Hello, everybody, and welcome into this Friday night baseball action. My name is Cale Jacoby on the call tonight as the Mosinee Indians take on the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders. Red Raiders coming into tonight's game at 4-9 overall, 2-6 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. They're coming off a loss at Stevens Point last night, 1-7. And for the Mosinee Indians, they come in at 7-4, 5-3 in the Great Northern Conference. And their last game was a win versus Tomahawk. They won that game 11-1 last night. As we'll quickly go through the lineups, starting off with the Mosinee Indians. Leading off is center fielder number 3, Trevor Garski. Number 2 in the order is shortstop number 2, Drake Grod. Third in the order is Tanner Miller at third base tonight, number 16. Fourth in the order is number 4, Braden Hone. Hone at catcher tonight for Mosinee. And at 5, it's Tanner Unerdel, as he's over at second base, number 5 tonight for Tanner. And at the 6th spot, it's Matthew Duday. Duday at first base tonight, and number 24. And at the 7th spot, it's number 23, Eli Malond in left field tonight. At the 8th spot, number 28, Sean Bryant. He's pitching tonight, is Sean Bryant. And at the 9th spot, it's Chase Messina. He's over in right field and wearing number 30. And for Wisconsin Rapids, leading off is number 16, Austin Juneman. He's out in left field tonight. And number 2 in the order is number 8, Ryan Suring. Suring in center field tonight. And at the 3 spot, it's number 10, Caden Sengbush. Sengbush, the designated hitter for Wisconsin Rapids tonight. And at the 4 spot, it's number 25, Brennan Huber. Huber over at shortstop tonight. At the 5 spot, it's number 21, Braden Lewis. He's at first base. At the 6th spot, it's number 22, Jordan Tibbetts. Tibbetts playing third tonight for Wisconsin Rapids. And at the 7th spot, it's number 12, Zach Noeck. At catcher, at the 8th spot, it's number 3, Carson Gunderson at second base. And at the 9th spot, number 20, Jed Grossel pitching tonight for Wisconsin Rapids. And also not in the lineup, but out in right field is Eli Hahn, number 2. And we will take a quick break and be right back with the national anthem after these messages.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 1-2-3 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 1-2-3 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
This is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Chai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set for the national anthem that will begin right now. And that was your national anthem here tonight. Again, it's the Mosinee Indians taking on the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders. Again, the Red Raiders come in at 4-9. Mosinee coming in at 7-4 on the season. It will be Mosinee up to bat first. And on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids is Jed Grossel. Again, Rapids coming off a loss at Stevens Point last night. And Mosinee coming off the win at home against Tomahawk last night, 11-1. They won that one by. As now be a good time to remind you, this isn't the only game we got broadcasted tonight. A couple games got canceled due to some rain, but it looks like we still have Spencer and Greenwood softball here broadcasted live for free only on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. That one has gotten going. It's in the bottom of the first, scoreless. But Spencer has the bases loaded with just one out as That brings us to our game here as it's Trevor Garski leading off for Mosinee. Garski playing out in center field tonight. Again, it's Grossel on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids. Pitch one is outside for ball one to Garski. And we're coming to you live from Whitterfield here in Wisconsin Rapids on a cloudy day here on a Friday. As that's low for ball number two to Garski. 2-0 the count. No outs here in the top of the first. That one's right down the middle for strike number one to Garski. 2-1 the count. That one swung on and shot out into center field. Will it fall? It will not. As it's caught out in center field by Ryan Suring. So 1 up and 1 down here to start the top of the first inning as Garski flies out to center field. And that brings up shortstop Drake Grod for Mosinee. That one's high and outside for ball one. That one swung on, grounded over to third. Does it get through the gap? It will. So Drake Grod is going to have a base hit out into left field for the first hit of the night. And that brings up number 3 in the order. Third baseman Tanner Miller. Miller here in the top of the first, facing 1 out, a runner at first. Grossel on the pitch. That one's down the middle for strike number 1 to Miller. And runner at first here in the top of the first. That's low and outside for ball one. 1-1 the count to Tanner Miller. Again, it's Jed Grossel on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids. That one's low for ball number 2 again at Whitterfield here in Wisconsin Rapids. As runner stealing second, it's grounded over to third and under the glove of third baseman Jordan Tibbetts. So Miller's going to reach first on an error. And Grod advances to second. And that brings up number 4 in the order, catcher Braden Hone. Hohen, first pitch to Hohen is a strike. So 0 on the count to Braden Hohen. With runners at first and second, 1 out here in the top of the first. Grossel on the mound with the pitch. And that one swung on, grounded over to short. And another error by this Wisconsin Rapids infield. So Hohen will reach first on the error. Is that one just underneath the glove of Brennan Huber. Runners advance to second and third, so the bases are loaded here in the top of the first inning for second baseman Tanner Unerdel up to bat for Mosinee. Unerdel, the lefty. 1 out, bases loaded. That one swung on, popped back, fouled off for strike 1. So Mosinee's got 3 runners on. Grodd had a base hit, and then Miller and Hohen reached on errors. As Grossel walks back to the mound. And a cloudy day. There's been a little bit of rain today. Kind of been the same weather the past few days here covering these baseball and softball games. Only on Zaleski Sports as Grossel checking a few runners. Making sure there's no trickery out by the runners. So that one swung on, shot out into deep center field. It'll be caught. Runner will try to score home, and he will score easily there for Grodd. So the sacrifice fly as Grodd scores, and Unertl is out on the pop fly to center field. The other 2 runners stay put at first and second, though, as that's out number 2, and Mosinee leads 1-0 here in the top of the first, and that brings up number 6 in the order, first baseman Matthew Duday. Duday, the righty. That one's high for ball 1 to Duday. Runners at first and second. 2 outs here in the top of the first. That's swung on, grounded over to short, and bobbled, and the throw won't be made over to first. There's another mishandle there in the infield for Rapids. So the runner reaches first, and the bases are once again loaded for left fielder Eli Malland. That's low and outside for ball 1 to Malland. A big swing and a miss there for strike number 1 to Eli Malland. That one is a ball. Two on the count to Malland as the bases are loaded with 2 outs here in the top of the first. As Grossel checks the runners over at third and first, and now we'll have a meeting on the mound between Grossel and catcher Zach Noeck. As they discuss some things out there on the mound. Noeck back to the plate, and we are set to go. Again, we got Spencer Greenwood softball tonight as well. That one is swung on and fouled back for strike number 2 to Malland. As Greenwood leads Spencer 3-0 in softball in the top of the second over in Greenwood. And a big swing and a miss there for a strikeout for out number 3 here in the top of the first inning. So Mosinee puts up a run, strands a few on base, and that'll do it for the top of the first. We'll take a quick break and be right back with the bottom of the first right after this.
Roof Tech LLC specializes in commercial roof coatings and spray foam. Roof Tech also services the entire state of Wisconsin. That's right, from La Crosse to Milwaukee, Eau Claire to Green Bay, Superior, Marshfield, Kenosha, Madison, Sheboygan, and everywhere in between. Roof Tech uses superior systems that can fully restore just about any roof in Wisconsin. Roof Tech is offering modern solutions for your roof's data dilemmas. See Roof Tech online at rooftechllc.com or Roof Tech LLC on Facebook.
Our nice weather is precious. Don't let mosquitoes stop your family from enjoying a minute of it. Prepare, prevent, and protect with Mosquito Escape. Call or click today.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the first inning as the Mosinee Indians lead the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders 1-0. Scoring the run in the top of the first, as it was Drake Grodd with a base hit, and Miller, Hohen, and Dude all reached first on errors for Mosinee. And it was Tanner Nerda with the sacrifice fly to bring Grodd home for the one run on the board for Mosinee. And leading off for Wisconsin Rapids is left fielder number 16, Austin Juneman.
Leading off the bottom of the first half of the inning for Wisconsin Rapids, number 16, Austin Juneman.
And on the mound for Mosinee tonight is Sean Bryant. The pitch is off and right down the middle for strike number 1 to Austin Juneman. That one is shot out into right field and it'll fall, so a base hit right off the bat for the Red Raiders as Juneman shoots one out to right field and gets the Red Raiders started here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up center fielder number 8, Ryan Suring, batting at number 2 in the order tonight. So runner at first, no outs here in the bottom of the first. Mosinee leads 1-0 as Juneman sprints back to first base. And he's stealing second. That one shot out into right field, and it'll be caught. Juneman tags back to first, as that'll be out number 1. So Suring pops out into right field. That brings up number 3 in the order, designated hitter Caden Sangbush, wearing number 10 for Wisconsin Rapids. So one down, runner at first. As Bryant checks Juneman over there at first, keeping him honest. As it's Sangbush with his first at bat. That one's high and inside for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count, runner at first to Sangbush. And runner stealing second, it's Juneman. Will he get there? He'll be out trying to steal second base. So Juneman out going for the steal for out number 2 here in the bottom of the first. And it's 2-0 the count to Sangbush. So 2 down, nobody on. here in the bottom of the first to Caden Sengbush. Bryant at the mound, and the pitch is low and away for ball number 3. "3-0" the count to Sengbush. That one's high and outside for ball 4. Sengbush will take his base.
Now batting for the Red Raiders, number 25, Brennan Huber.
That brings up number 4 in the order. Shortstop Brennan Huber, wearing number 25. There's a runner at first. 2 outs. That first pitch is low and away for ball 1 to Huber. And Mosinee putting up that run in the top of the first. Leads 1-0. Runner at first. 2 outs here to Brennan Huber. Bryant on the mound, and the pitch swung on over to short. Go for the out at second. They'll have the out at second. So that'll do it for the first inning as Wisconsin Rapids goes scoreless. And Mosinee leads at the end of the first inning 1-0. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports after these messages.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
When you get moving again, be safe and ready to go. Use your stimulus or tax return to save up to $150 on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. At Sherrill Tire and Service Center.
Get your car done right.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get you set to start the top of the second inning here at Whitterfield in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, with the Mosinee Indians leading the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders 1-0 here heading into the top of the second. And we'll get a quick score update from Greenwood. Greenwood up on Spencer 4-0 in Greenwood Spencer softball over there in Greenwood. It's Jason Zaleski on the call for that one. So be sure to check that game out. Have a couple different screens going. Check out both the games we have broadcast tonight here on Zaleski Sports. It's all free on ZaleskiSports.com. As leading off for Mosinee here to start the second inning will be pitcher number 28, Sean Bryant.
Leading off the top half of the second inning for Mosinee, number 28, Sean Bryant.
Bryant, the right-handed hitter for the Mosinee Indians. Again, Grossel on the mound for Rapids. That one's low and away for ball 1 to Bryant. That one low and away again. 2-0 the count to Sean Bryant with Jed Grossel on the mound. That one's fouled back for strike. 1 the count now to Bryant. As the sun's starting to come out here in Wisconsin Rapids at Whitterfield. That one's fouled back again by Bryant. 2-2 the count now to Sean Bryant. And a big swing, and that's going to be a base hit. Shot out into left field for Sean Bryant. So Bryant gets Mosinee started with a base hit into left field here in the top of the second. And that brings up number 9 in the order, right fielder Chase Messina. So Chase Messina wearing number 30 for Mosinee, right-handed batter. So he'll have a runner on first with no outs here in the top of the second inning, as he gets a bunt down, and that'll be an easy out at first, but the throw is off the mark. The throw's off the mark, so Messina is going to get to first on the bunt on the air, and that'll advance Bryant all the way over to third base for Mosinee. So runners at first and third, and we're back to the top of the order as it's center fielder Trevor Garski, the right-handed hitter, up to bat for Mosinee. Garski popped out to center field in the first inning. And runners at first and third, no outs, as that one's in there for strike number 1 to Garski. Oh, 1 the count. Runners at first and third here in the top of the second. That one's low and in the dirt for ball 1. I want to thank you all for joining us again here tonight, as that one shot out into center field, and it'll be caught. Runners stay put. So 1 out now as Garski pops out to center field for the second time tonight. And that brings up second in the order, shortstop Drake Grod. Grod had a base hit for Mosinee. He had Mosinee's first hit of the night back in the first inning. Runners at first and third, 1 out. That one's fouled off for strike 1. And top of the second inning, Mosinee leads Rapids 1-0. Runners at first and third, 1 out, and 0-1 the count to Drake Grod. That one swung on out into center field. That one's going to fall. So a base hit for Drake Grod that scores Bryant. It's a base hit out into center field, as Mosinee leads 2-0 now. And that brings up third in the order, third baseman Tanner Miller. Miller reached on an error his first at-bat. Runners at first and second now for Miller. That one swung on, fouled back, and sounds like it lands on the top of the sheltering here over the stands. So 0-1 the count to Miller. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Mosinee leads 2-0 here in the top of the second inning. Quick check of the runners there for Grossel on the mound for Rapids. Again, we're looking over a little amusement park here at Witterfield, little park out there, and that's another single. So a base hit for Tanner Miller as it advances the runners. Advances runners over to third and second, as it's Messina at third, Grod at second, and Miller at first. So bases loaded for Braden Hohen, the catcher, batting fourth in the order for Mosinee. Bases loaded, 1 out to Hohen. First pitch is low for a ball. 1-0 the count to Hohen. That's low and inside for ball number 2. The count. Mosinee leads 2-0. As the sun is out now here at Witter Field in Wisconsin Rapids. That one's fouled back for strike number 1. 2-1 the count to Hohen. Base is loaded, 1 out. Here in the top of the 2nd inning. It's another quick check of the runners there for Jed Grossel on the mound. And that's a big swing and just fouled off for Hohen. So 2-2 the count to Braden Hohen. Bases are loaded. Grossel's trying to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs for Rapids, and he'll have a strikeout there as he catches Braden Hohen looking for out number 2 here in the top of the 2nd. As just 1 out to go here for the Red Raiders, as Mosinee looks to add some more runs to their 2-run lead, and that brings up number 5 in the order, second baseman Tanner Unerdel. He pops that one up and back for a foul. 0-1 the count to Tanner Unerdel. Bases still loaded here in the top of the 2nd, as that one's just high for ball 1. And a swing and ground it, and the ball takes an odd hop there. So 2 runs are going to score as Unerdel with the base hit. And 2-run score, and that was just a wild hop there that the ball took. Not much that Carson Gunderson could have done there over at second base. That just took a crazy hop over his head as Unerdel with the base hit, as Mosinee scores and Grod scores to make this one 4-0. Mosinee leads. As first pitch is a ball to Matthew Dude, the first baseman. The right-handed hitter Dude. So 2 down, runners at first and third. Mosinee leads 4-0. That one's low and inside for ball number 2 to Dude. Again, Mosinee coming into this game 7-4. Overall record, Wisconsin Rapids at 4-9 coming into this one. That one's low, but just hits the edge of the strike zone for strike number 1 to Dude. As Jed Grossel and Zach Noeck meet on the mound. And it's Gunderson coming in to talk as well, as they'll get back to their respective positions and we'll get back underway. And Mosinee leads 4-0. Runners at first and third. 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning here at Witter Field. So that one swung on and grounded through the gap. No, out at second. So a heady play there by Wisconsin Rapids to end the inning, as Mosinee puts up 3 more runs as we head into the bottom of the 2nd inning. But first, a few words from some of our sponsors here at Zaleski Sports.
Valley Communities Credit Union wants you to know that buying a home has never been easier.
With mortgage rates as low as 2.49% APR, financing your home has never been more affordable.
With Valley Communities Credit Union, we have low closing costs, local servicing, and underwriting.
We will make it simple and secure from beginning to end.
Call, click, or visit one of our 5 locations
and let our team show you why membership matters at VCCU.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the second inning. It was the Mosinee Indians with 3 runs put up there in the top of the second. We had a base hit from Grod, base hit from Tanner Miller, base hit from Tanner Unerdel, and a base hit from Sean Bryant. Those led to 3 runs there, as it was Grod crossing home plate, Bryant, and Mosinee all crossing home and scoring for Mosinee, as Mosinee leads 4-0 here. And leading off for Wisconsin Rapids is first baseman number 21, Braden Lewis, getting his first at-bat here today. And it's Bryant on the mound for Mosinee. Pitch 1 is outside for ball 1. So 1-0 the count to Braden Lewis. And it's Sean Bryant on the mound for the Mosinee Indians. That one swung on, and that'll get through the gap into right field, so a base hit. A base hit for Braden Lewis.
Number 22, Jordan Tibbetts.
So Lewis with the base hit out into right field. That brings up number 6 in the order, third baseman Jordan Tibbetts. Tibbetts wearing the number 22. As runner at first. No outs here in the bottom of the second inning for Wisconsin Rapids. That one's down the middle for strike number 1 from Bryant to Tibbetts. Oh, 1 the count, runner at first. Bryant takes a step back, resituates himself, and sets up here for pitch 2. That one's down the middle again. 0-2 the count now to Jordan Tibbetts. And Tibbetts, his first at-bat of the night. Tibbetts, the right-hander. As it's Lewis over there at first base. Pitch on the way, and a check swing, but a strike anyways, as Tibbetts is caught looking for out number 1 here in inning number 2, bottom half. Now we're to number 7 in the order, with catcher Zach Noeck up to bat, wearing number 12, batting right-handed for Wisconsin Rapids. That one's low and inside for ball number 1 to Noeck. 1-0 the count, 1 down, runner at first here in the bottom of the second, as Noeck pops that one up into shallow right field, and it'll be caught as Noeck pops out into right field for out number 2 here in inning number 2. As Lewis stays put at first, And now to number 8 in the order for Wisconsin Rapids, it's second baseman Carson Gunderson wearing number 3 and batting left-handed for the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders. That one's low and away to Gunderson for ball number 1. And 2 down, runner at first. And that's a big swing and a miss there from Gunderson. 1-1 the count. As Gunderson tries to get a bunt down, and that's an errant throw well over the head of the first baseman. So Lewis is going to be able to reach second off the errant throw from Braden Huber at catcher for Mosinee. So Lewis in scoring position now for Wisconsin Rapids as the count is 1-2 to Carson Gunderson. That one is grounded over to second base and out at first. So that will do it for the second. No run scored here for Wisconsin Rapids. Runner left stranded at second. No run scored. Mosinee leads 4-0.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 123 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 123 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set for the third inning of play here at Witterfield in Wisconsin Rapids, with the Mosinee Indians leading the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders 4-0. And leading off for Mosinee is left fielder Eli Malland. Malland reached on an error. Rather, he struck out swinging back in the first inning. And pitch 1 is a ball to Malland. That one's low and outside for ball 2 from Grossel to Eli Malland. Malland batting right-handed. 2-0 the count, and a big swing and a little chip on the ball there from Malland. Fouls it back. 2-1 the count now to Eli Malland. Nobody on, no outs here in the top of the third. Mosinee leads 4-0. That one's low and outside for ball number 3. And that'll be the first walk, by my calculations, for Grossel on the day, as Malland takes his base. And that brings up pitcher number 28, Sean Bryant, for Mosinee. Bryant had a base hit back in the second inning and he ended up scoring in that second inning as well. It was one of the 3 scoring runs for Mosinee in the second inning. And a big swing and a miss on pitch number 1 from Bryant. 0-1 the count. As we check in with Greenwood and Spencer. Greenwood running up the score. They're up 13-0 on Spencer in the bottom of the third. Over with Greenwood and Spencer softball. That one is fouled back by Bryant. And the count runs to 0-2. 0-2 the count. Runner at first. No outs here in the top of the third inning. Mosinee leads 4-0. That one's low and outside for ball 1 to Bryant. Again, it's Milan at first base for Mosinee. Is a small lead off over there, and he's stealing second. Big swing and a miss. Did he foul it off? He did, so we got some contact on that. Milan will head back to first as Bryant stays alive in the count. 1-2 is the count from Jed Grossel to Sean Bryant. Pitch on the way and swung on and grounded over to third. They go for the double play. It looked like a little bit of a hesitation, or maybe Tibbetts didn't have a good handle on the ball, but runners will be safe at first and second. Looked like Tibbetts either hesitated or bobbled the ball a little bit there on the throw to second, but runners will be safe at first and second, so Bryant gets to first on the fielder's choice, and Milan heads over to second. Still no outs here in the third inning, and that brings up Chase Mosinee. Chase Mosinee, the right fielder for Mosinee. He reached on an error his first at-bat in the second inning. That one is fouled off for strike number 1. So runners at first and second here with no outs in the top of the third to Mosinee. Mosinee looking to extend this Mosinee lead here in the third inning. Pitch on the way and low and away for ball number 1 to Mosinee. One the count. No outs here in the top of the third. It's Grossel on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids, as Mosinee tries to get the bunt down. Doesn't make contact for strike number 2 as Mosinee faces the 1-2 count. That one's high, but called a strike. So Mosinee strikes out looking for out number 1 here in the top of the third, and that takes us back to the top of the order with center fielder Trevor Garski. Garski has popped out to center field both of his first 2 at-bats. Must just like playing over there so much, he's going to hit the ball out there as well, as pitch number 1 is low and in the dirt for ball 1. So 1-0 the count to Trevor Garski. As runners stealing and no throw will be made. So some easy steals for Milan and Bryant heading over to second and third respectively, as that pitch was good for a strike. So 1-1 the count now with runners at second and third to Trevor Garski. That one's low and away, but a strike to Garski. 1-2 the count now to Trevor Garski. 1 down, runners at second and third. Mosinee leads 4-0 here in the top of the third. Pitch on the way. That one's grounded over to second. they'll take the out at first, but the runner is going to score. So a sacrifice ground out there from Garski that scores Milland. And Mosinee goes up 5-0.
Now batting for the Indians, number 2, Trevor Garcia.
Mosinee leads 5-0. That brings us to number 2 in the order for Mosinee. Shortstop Drake Grod. Grod has had 2 base hits in his first 2 at-bats. His pitch 1 is a ball to Grod. That one swung on and shot out into deep left field. It will be caught. Nice play over there in left field by Austin Juneman. And that'll do it for the top of the 3rd inning. So Mosinee puts up another run. Goes up 5-0 here in the top of the 3rd. We'll be right back after this.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Welcome back, everybody, as you are watching Mosinee and Wisconsin Rapids baseball only on Zaleski Sports, your hometown sports network. As Mosinee puts up another run in the 3rd and goes up 5-0 here heading into the bottom of the 3rd, as the Red Raiders will look to cut into this 5-run deficit here. And leading off here in the bottom of the 3rd to try to start that run is pitcher number 20, Jed Grossel, batting right-handed for Wisconsin Rapids. That one swung on, shot out into shallow left in the infield, and that'll be caught for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd. And that takes us back to the top of the order with left fielder Austin Juneman. Juneman, the right-hander. Juneman singled his first at-bat and then was out at second trying to steal second. As pitch 1 is a strike to Juneman. So 0-1 the count to Juneman. That one's low and inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. One the count. That one's low and away. So 2-1 the count now to Austin Juneman. Nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Mosinee leads Wisconsin Rapids 5-0. Pitch on the way and low for ball number 3. Again, it's Sean Bryant on the mound tonight for Mosinee getting the start. 3-1 the count to Juneman. And that's low and inside. Juneman will take his base and get on base here to start the inning for Wisconsin Rapids. And that brings up number 2 in the order, center fielder Ryan Suring. Suring, the right-hander. As there's a runner at first, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Pitch on the way and low for ball 1 to Suring. Suring popped out to right field his first at-bat back in the first inning. And we've been underway for about an hour here at Whitterfield as the check throw made over to first base by Bryant. Juneman is safe over at first, as it's 1-0 the count. And now 1-1 the count, as that is a strike to Suring. And the sun has gone away a little bit, a little more cloudy now, a little bit of a breeze starting to come through here at Whitterfield as a 1-1 count. As Bryant takes a step back, regathers himself a bit there. And looks like he's ready to go. So 1-1 the count to Suring. And Suring checks his swing. As they say, he didn't go around. So ball 2 to Ryan Suring. 2-1 the count. As second base umpire says Suring does not go around. 2-1 pitch. Runner stealing second. Throw a little off to the left there, as Juneman will have the steal over at second base. As the throw from catcher Braden Hohen was just a little bit off to the left, as Mosinee not able to stop the steal there. Juneman at second. Count 2-2. And that one's low and outside past Hohen, so Juneman's going to get all the way over to third now, as he's well into scoring position for Wisconsin Rapids now, as the count runs full to Ryan Suring. So 3-2 the count with a runner at third in scoring position here for Wisconsin Rapids with the full count to Ryan Suring. That one swung on, popped up into right field. Shallow right, we'll see. And that one's going to fall. So that one with a lot of air under it, as maybe second baseman Unertl for Mosinee probably should have been the one to go get that one, but it was Mosinee trying to get on it, and it was just too shallow, so a base hit for Suring. Runner stays at third, but a base hit for Suring. So runners at first and third now with Caden Sengbush, the designated hitter, right-hander, up to bat for Wisconsin Rapids now. As 2 runners on at first and third for Sengbush. That one fouled back. That's a few Wisconsin Rapids. Not a lot of guys you'd want at bat with a runner in scoring position here to cut into the lead than Sengbush. Sengbush walked his first at bat in the first inning. Again, runners at first and third, 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Rapids trying to get a run on the board as they look to be in good position to do so right now. So again, this is the first time. Looks like the Rapids will have good shot here with Sengbush on the mound. 0-1 the count to Sengbush. And he shoots that one out into right field. It'll be caught. Runner tags up at third, heading home, and he'll get to home. So the sacrifice fly out into right field from Sengbush brings Juneman home for Rapids' first score of the night.
Now batting for Wisconsin Rapids, number 25, Brennan Huber.
And that brings up Brennan Huber, the shortstop. Huber grounded out his first at-bat in the first inning. Runner at first, 2 outs here to Huber at the plate. That one's low, but a strike to Huber. 0-1 the count to Brennan Huber. Two down, runner at first to Huber facing the 0-1 count. And that's in there for strike number 2. So Huber watches 2 strikes go by here with 2 outs, runner at first. This Rapids just put up that 1 run here in the 3rd inning. As that one just a little too high there for ball 1. It looks like a few hittable pitches there to Huber, but he's staying patient, waiting for the one he likes. As still a runner over at first and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. That one he liked, grounded over to 3rd, and he'll be out at first base. So Huber with the 3rd out here of the 3rd inning, and that will do it for the 3rd. As we saw Mosinee put up a run to get to 5, and Rapids answer with a run of their own. So Mosinee leads 5-1 over Wisconsin Rapids here at the end of the 3rd inning.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Roof Tech LLC specializes in commercial roof coatings and spray foam. Roof Tech also services the entire state of Wisconsin. That's right, from La Crosse to Milwaukee, Eau Claire to Green Bay, Superior, Marshfield, Kenosha, Madison, Sheboygan, and everywhere in between. Roof Tech uses superior systems that can fully restore just about any roof in Wisconsin. Roof Tech is offering modern solutions for your roof's data dilemmas. See Roof Tech online at rooftechllc.com or Roof Tech LLC on Facebook.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the 4th inning. You just heard from our friends over at Roof Tech. We've also heard from the great people over at Mid-State Technical College, Bauer & Find, Next Step, Little Sprouts, just to name a few of our great sponsors here at Zaleski Sports. Again, a big thanks to all of our sponsors allowing us to broadcast all these games for you guys, all free on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network, your hometown sports network here at Zaleski Sports. And leading off for Mosinee. Leading off for Mosinee is Tanner Miller, the 3rd baseman. Miller has reached on an air and singled here tonight. And a pitching change for Wisconsin Rapids as well. Austin Juneman coming in as relief pitcher for Wisconsin Rapids. And his first pitch is a strike. So 0-1 the count now to Tanner Miller of Mosinee. Mosinee has scored in all 3 innings. That one's grounded to first, as that'll be tagged. And Miller will be out at first. For out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Mosinee leads 5-1. And that brings up catcher Braden Hohen. Hohen reached on an error and struck out looking in his first 2 at-bats. The pitch on the way from Juneman, and right down the middle for Juneman. So 0-1 the count to Hohen. That one's fouled off. And no, it's fair. So it's fair down the right field line as Hohen with the single to get things started here in the 4th inning for Mosinee as the clouds cover the sky here at Witter Field. Gotten quite a bit darker here in the last few minutes. Hopefully no rain comes through. It looked pretty clear on the radar. Maybe a small chance of some drizzles, but should be pretty clear with pretty clear skies here in Witter Field. As pitch 1 is a strike to Tanner Unertl, the second baseman for Mosinee. He's popped out to center and singled in his first 2 at-bats tonight. As there's a runner at first. Now that one's popped up in to shallow left, and it'll be out in left field for out number 2. That'll bring up Matthew Duday. Duday, the first baseman for Mosinee. Duday has reached on an error and been out his first 2 at-bats. So 2 down here quickly in the top of the 4th. Again, Mosinee has scored through the first 3 innings. In all 3 innings, 1 run in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. We'll see if that streak ends here in the 4th. First pitch is high from Juneman. 1-0 the count to Matthew Duday. Here with 2 outs, runner at first in the top of the 4th. Pitch on the way and swung on, grounded over to short, and they'll have the easy out at second base. So a quick top of the 4th, and that'll do it for the 4th inning as Mosinee goes scoreless, and they head into the bottom of the 4th, up 5-1.
Our nice weather is precious. Don't let mosquitoes stop your family from enjoying a minute of it. Prepare, prevent, and protect with Mosquito Escape. Call or click today.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
When you get moving again, be safe and ready to go. Use your stimulus or tax return to save up to $150 on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires at Sherrill Tire and Service Center.
Get your car done right.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set for the bottom of the 4th. You just heard from our friends over at Mosquito Escape, Chips, and Sherrill Tire. Again, a big thanks to all of our sponsors here at Zaleski Sports for allowing us to bring live sports all free, all sports seasons long here on your hometown sports network, Zaleski Sports. As Mosinee leads Wisconsin Rapids 5-1, heading into the bottom of the 4th inning. As Rapids will look to continue to cut into that lead. They put up a run in the 3rd inning. As leading off for Rapids will be first baseman, number 21, Braden Lewis. Lewis singled out into right field his first at back in the 2nd inning. We'll see what the left-handers got here in the 4th. As he looks to get Rapids started with a scoring run here in the bottom of the 4th. As Umpire calls time. Not sure what for, but we're back underway. That one's just outside for ball 1 to Braden Lewis. And that one swung on, and it stays fair, so an interesting hit there, but Lewis will be out. He just got barely enough on the bat to just let it crawl forward a bit, but he will ground out to first for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down here for Rapids. That brings up number 6 in the order, third baseman, number 22, Jordan Tibbetts. Tibbetts, the right-hander. He struck out looking back in the second inning. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th as that one's grounded over to third. We'll see if the throw can be made to first, and it's off. So tough throw there. It's a long throw from third to first, and third baseman Tanner Miller not able to make an accurate throw. So Tibbetts reaches first on the error. And that brings up number 7 in the order, catcher Zach Noeck. Noeck popped out his first at-bat in the second inning. Pitch 1 to Noeck is a strike. So runner at first and 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 0-1 the count. And that one's right down the middle for strike number 2. As Noeck faces the 0-2 count with 1 out and a runner at first here with Sean Bryant still on the mound. Starting pitcher Sean Bryant on the mound for Mosinee. Pitch on the way, and that'll hit Noeck in the mid-back area, and Noeck will take his base. It'll send Tibbetts over to second, and there'll be 2 runners on and 1 out for Carson Gunderson, the second baseman, up to bat for Wisconsin Rapids. Gunderson, the right-hander. Gunderson grounded out his first at-bat back in the second inning as we check in on the score in Greenwood softball. Greenwood Spencer softball. Greenwood up 16-0, and I think that's final. I think Greenwood won that one by mercy rules, and they did. So Greenwood beats the Spencer Rockets 16-0 by mercy rule in Greenwood Spencer softball, as that one has concluded. So runners at first and second, 1 out. Here to the lefty, Gunderson. As he tries to get a bunt down, fouls it back. 0-1 the count now to Gunderson. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this Wisconsin Rapids Mosinee baseball battle only here on Zaleski Sports, your hometown sports network. So we have a discussion going on now. Looks like Gunderson back in the batter's box and ready to go. 0-1 the count. Runners at first and second. 1 out here to Gunderson. And that one swung on. Does it get through the gap? No. And it's bobbled by the second baseman. So Gunderson's going to reach first on the error. And that loads the bases for Wisconsin Rapids. As it was Tanner Nerdle over there at second base, bobbling the ball just a bit, not able to make the throw over to first, as the bases are loaded for Jed Grossel, the pitcher, up to bat now for Wisconsin Rapids. He started at pitcher for Rapids. That one's low and away for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count to Grossel. Bases loaded. Rapids with a chance to really cut in to the 4-point deficit here in the 4th inning. That one's down the middle for strike 1 to Jed Grossel. And 1 down, bases loaded with a 1-1 count to Grossel. As he swings on that one, fouls it back. Strike 2 to Grossel. So 1-2 the count. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Rapids down 5-1 to Mosinee. That one's low and outside for ball number 2. Evens up the count at 2-2 to Grossel. Grossel popped out into shallow left his first at bat in the 3rd inning, back in the 3rd. Again, 1 out, as that one's just inside an eye to Grossel. So the count runs full to Jed Grossel with the bases loaded here at Whitterfield. It's a cloudy day here on a Friday. That one swung out and grounded to second, and they'll take the out at first, but a run scores for Wisconsin Rapids. So Grossel, the sacrifice ground out there, that brings Tibbetts home and puts the score at 5-2 now. Mosinee with the lead. So runners at second and third for leadoff hitter Austin Juneman, now pitching for Wisconsin Rapids. Juneman with a big swing and a miss on pitch 1 there. Juneman had a base hit and a walk in his first 2 at-bats. 0-1 the count quickly to Juneman with runners at second and third and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. That one's fouled back, so 0-2 the count now to Juneman. (5-2) the Mosinee lead. So we have a stoppage in play here. Maybe just a few more baseballs getting handed to the home plate umpire there. And tosses one out to Sean Bryant on the mound as we're back and set to go here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, runners at second and third. 2 outs to Juneman facing the 0-2 count. And that one swung on, grounded over to Bryant on the mound, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th. So Wisconsin Rapids puts up a run, gets the score to 5-2 here to end the 4th inning, as we will be right back after this here on Zaleski Sports.
Valley Communities Credit Union wants you to know that buying a home has never been easier.
With mortgage rates as low as 2.49% APR, financing your home has never been more affordable.
With Valley Communities Credit Union, we have low closing costs, local servicing, and underwriting.
We will make it simple and secure from beginning to end. Call, click, or visit one of our 5 locations
And let our team show you why membership matters at VCCU.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the 5th inning. Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders putting up a run in the 3rd and 4th innings to cut into this Mosinee lead where Mosinee leads 5-2 here heading into the top of the 5th. As you just heard from our friends over at Valley Communities Credit Union, as they have a kids savings plan. It's never too early to start your kids out with a savings account. Head over to Valley Communities Credit Union for that. As leading off for the Mosinee Indians, it is number 22, Trenton Dorn. First time seeing him at the plate tonight, taking Eli Milan's spot in the order at number 7. As he shoots that one out into right field on his first at-bat, but it'll be caught out in right field for out number 1 from Trenton Dorn.
Now batting for the Indians, number 28, pitcher Sean Bryant.
So out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. That brings up pitcher Sean Bryant. Bryant singled his first at-bat and reached on a fielder's choice in his second at-bat in the 3rd inning. And Bryant getting the start at pitcher for Mosinee. And batting 8th in the order tonight, as it was Dorn flying out to right field. And it's Juneman on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids. Pitch on the way. Bryant pops that one off and fouled off for strike 1 to Sean Bryant. Pitch on the way. That one high and inside as Bryant sees the 1-1 count now. 1-1 count. Juneman on the mound for Rapids. That one shot out into center field, right to the center fielder Ryan Suring for out number 2 here in the top of the 5th. It's been 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th for Mosinee. As that one is going to be a single out into center field for Chase Messina, his first hit of the game. So he gets a 2-out single there for Messina. That brings us all the way back to the top of the order with Trevor Garski. Garski has popped out twice and grounded out in his first 3 at-bats. Pitch 1 is a ball to Garski. And that one shot out into right center. That one's going to fall for Garski. As runner thought about going to third. Will he be out? He is. So out at second for out number 3, and that'll do it for the top of the 5th. A quick top half inning here in the 5th as the Indians go scoreless heading in to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 1, 2, 3 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 1, 2, 3 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
When you get moving again, be safe and ready to go. Use your stimulus or tax return to save up to $150 on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires at Sherrill Tire and Service Center.
Get your car done right.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the fifth, where the Mosinee Indians lead the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders 5-2 heading into the bottom of the fifth. Rapids has put up a run, consecutive innings with a run apiece here in the third and the fourth innings. They'll look for some more of the same here in the fifth. As still pitching is starting pitcher Sean Bryant for Mosinee, and leading off for Wisconsin Rapids is Ryan Suring. Suring, the center fielder tonight. Suring has popped out. Tonight's pitch one is grounded over to third through the gap, and throw will not be made as Suring is going to have a hit. So hit for Suring, as that brings up number 3 in the order, designated hitter Caden Sengbush. Got a runner at first. No outs here in the bottom of the fifth, as that one's just outside for ball 1 to Sengbush. Sengbush has walked and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. Runner at first. 1-0 the count. That one's singled out into left field, so a hit for Sengbush. Rapids really getting the bats going here in the last 3 innings. As Sengbush with the single.
Rapids, number 25, Brennan Huber.
No outs for shortstop Brennan Huber up to bat now. He's grounded out his first 2 at-bats. So runners on first and second for Huber. Here looking to continue to cut into this Mosinee lead. As that one shot out into left field, and that's going to fall for another base hit. So 3 straight hits to start off this inning for Wisconsin Rapids. And the bases are loaded with no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Wisconsin Rapids fighting back here in the 5th inning. And that brings up first baseman Braden Lewis. Lewis is singled in his first at-bat and grounded out in his second. 1 for 2 on the day is Braden Lewis. So he looks to bring a runner or 2 home here. And he pops that one up into shallow left. And it's caught for out number 1. So 1 out now here in the bottom of the 5th. Bases still loaded now for Jordan Tibbetts, the third baseman. Tibbetts struck out looking in the second and reached on an error in the 4th, and was the scoring run in the 4th inning for the Red Raiders. That one in the dirt well before it came to the plate for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count to Tibbetts. That one's low for ball number 2. 2-0 the count now. Bases are loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th to Tibbetts facing the 2-0 count. It's Suring at third, Sengbush at second, and Huber at first for Wisconsin Rapids. And a big swing and a miss from Tibbetts there, as he was looking to send that one out into the park area past the fence here at Witter Field, as it's 2-1 the count to Tibbetts, and that one's popped back over the press box up here for strike number 2. So 2-2 the count to Jordan Tibbetts, looking for his first hit of the night. Looking to bring some runners home for Wisconsin Rapids with the bases loaded. As Sean Bryant takes a step back, and we'll have a meeting on the mound between Sean Bryant and catcher Braden Huber. So the right-hander Tibbetts steps back in the box facing the 2-2 count with bases loaded and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Down 3 to Mosinee. That one swung on and fouled back once again. Out onto the sheltering over the stands. As count still 2-2 to Jordan Tibbetts. Again, it was Greenwood softball taking down Spencer softball today in Greenwood, 16-0 by way of mercy rule in the 5th. As we're getting a new ball for the umpire. As now we seem to be good to go with Bryant on the mound for Mosinee. As looks like the ball still not great. I don't know. Mosinee not liking the condition of the baseballs, it seems. As we've tried out 3 or 4 baseballs now. As now we got one that works. As Sean Bryant on the mound, Tibbetts facing the 2-2 count with the bases loaded. That one's inside for ball 3. The count runs full to Jordan Tibbetts. And a big swing and a miss as Tibbetts strikes out swinging for out number 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. And that brings up catcher Zach Noeck. Noeck popped out his first at-bat and walked in his second at-bat back in the 4th. As 2 outs now to Noeck. First pitch is a strike to Noeck. It'll be up to Zach Noeck to bring a runner home and not leave these 3 runners stranded who we've had the bases loaded since there were no outs here, as that one's grounded up and not able to be caught by Bryant. And they'll have the out at first. So Wisconsin Rapids leaves 3 runners stranded when they had the bases loaded with no outs. So 3 left stranded here for Wisconsin Rapids. No score as it stays 5-2 heading in to inning number 6.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the 6th inning here at Whitterfield in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. As Mosinee leads 5-2, Wisconsin Rapids with the bases loaded with no outs in the 5th inning, and then back-to-back-to-back outs. It was a pop-out from Braden Lewis, a strikeout from Jordan Tibbetts, and a ground-out from Zach Noeck to end the 5th inning, as 3 runners were left stranded in the 5th for Wisconsin Rapids. As now in the top of the 6th, leading off for Mosinee is Drake Grodd. First pitch is a strike to Grodd. Grodd, the shortstop for Mosinee tonight. He's got 2 base hits and a pop-out tonight. His pitch 2 is a strike as well. 0-2 the count to Grodd. Nobody on, no outs here in the top of the 6th. Drake Grodd at bat. And that one is a ball for ball 1. 1-2 the count now to Grodd. And the pitch on the way from Juneman. That one shot down the right field line, but foul. Fouled off as Grodd stays alive in the count. 1-2 the count to Drake Grodd. Juneman on the mound for Rapids. He winds, pitches, and that one's grounded over to second. Tossed over to first. 4 out, number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning. And that brings up third baseman, number 16, Tanner Miller. Miller has reached on an error, had a base hit, and grounded out in his first 3 at-bats, as pitch 1 is just outside for ball 1 to Miller. Again, since Juneman has came in as relief pitcher, has not given up a run yet. As that one's a strike to Miller. 1-1 the count now to Miller. That one low for ball number 2. 2-1 the count now to Tanner Miller. And a big swing and a miss there from Miller as the count evens at 2-2. So 2-2 the count with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Pitch on the way and in there for strike number 3. As that's out number 2 here. 2 up and 2 down in the top of the 6th for Mosinee. And that brings up catcher Braden Hohen. Hohen shoots that one out in to shallow center and out at first. So 3 up and 3 down here in the top of the 6th inning, as Rapids will look to cut into this 5-2 deficit here in the bottom of the 6th.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Our nice weather is precious. Don't let mosquitoes stop your family from enjoying a minute of it. Prepare, prevent, and protect with Mosquito Escape. Call or click today.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's the Mosinee Indians leading the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders 5-2 heading into the bottom of the 6th. As Mosinee going 3 up and 3 down in the 6th again. Since Austin Juneman came in as relief pitcher for Wisconsin Rapids, no runs given up since that 4th inning when he subbed into the game. So I wouldn't expect a pitching change on the part of the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders. And for Mosinee, it's been Sean Bryant all game. Got the start, still pitching here in the 6th. Just giving up the 2 runs so far tonight for Sean Bryant. And leading off for Wisconsin Rapids here in the 6th is second baseman number 3, Carson Gunderson. Gunderson grounded out his first at-bat and reached on an error his second. We'll see what he's got here in the 6th. As pitch 1 is a ball. So 1-0 the count to Carson Gunderson. Pitch on the way. And swung on and fouled back by the lefty. Gunderson evens up the count at 1-1. One count to Gunderson. Nobody on, no outs. Bottom of the 6th. That one swung on and out right to the shortstop. Right to the shortstop, Drake Grod, for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that brings up number 18, Cole Laddick, coming into the lineup for Jed Grossel, who started at pitcher for Wisconsin Rapids in at that 9 spot. As pitch 1 is a ball. So Cole Laddick with his first at-bat. Bryant on the pitch. And that one is in there for strike number 1. Evens up the count at 1-1. And nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Mosinee leads Rapids 5-2. And that one swung on and chipped back for strike number 2 to Cole Laddick. One, two, the count. Bryant on the mound, and with the windup and the pitch, that one's popped up into shallow center, and it'll be caught for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th for the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders. And that takes us back to the top of the order with relief pitcher Austin Juneman. Juneman with a base hit and a walk in his first 2. And pitch 1 is in there for strike 1 to Juneman. Oh, 1 the count, nobody on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th to Austin Juneman. That one low and outside for ball 1, evens up the count at 1-1. That one chipped off and fouled. 1-2 the count now to Juneman. So 1-2 the count, nobody on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And that's a big swing and a miss on a pitch that was outside, so a strikeout swinging for Austin Juneman. 3 up and 3 down here in the bottom of the 6th. We will take another quick break and be right back with the top of the 7th right after this.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Roof Tech LLC specializes in commercial roof coatings and spray foam. Roof Tech also services the entire state of Wisconsin. That's right, from La Crosse to Milwaukee, Eau Claire to Green Bay, Superior, Marshfield, Kenosha, Madison, Sheboygan, and everywhere in between. Roof Tech uses superior systems that can fully restore just about any roof in Wisconsin. Roof Tech is offering modern solutions for your roof's data dilemmas. See Roof Tech online at rooftechllc.com or Roof Tech LLC on Facebook.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the 7th. Just looking at the conference standings for both these teams. Again, Mosinee, they're 7-4 overall, 5-3 in conference. That's good for tied for second with Antigo in the Great Northern Conference. And Rapids at last, currently at 2-6 in the Wisconsin Valley. And leading off for Mosinee here in the top of the 7th, is second baseman Tanner Unertle. He has popped out, singled, and popped out again in his first 3 at-bats. And pitch 1 is a ball to Unertle. That is ball number 2 to Unertle. So 2-0 the count. Nobody on, no outs. Top of the 7th. That one swung on, hit over to short, and thrown over to first, and out at first. 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Again, it's still Juneman out there on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids. And that brings up first baseman Matthew Duday. Pitch 1 is a strike to Duday. It's 0-1 the count as the windup and pitch inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Matthew Duday. That one called a ball. 2-1 the count now to Matthew Duday. Nobody on, no out, nobody on and 1 out rather. Here in the top of the 7th, Duday on at the plate. That one swung on and fouled back, evens up the count at 2-2. That one high for ball 3. The count runs full at 3-2. That one low and inside for ball 4 as Duday will take his base. Again, Rapids has not given up a run since the substitution of Juneman at pitcher. And that brings up Trenton Dorn, again in that 7 spot for Eli Malond. Dorn popped out back in the 5th. Pitch 1 is a strike to Dorn. So 1 down, runner at first. 0-1 count to Trenton Dorn. As that one swung on and fouled back Fouled back for strike 2 to Dorn. He flew out into right field his first at bat back in the 5th inning. It's Juneman on the mound, runner at first. 0-2 the count and 1 out to Dorn. He swings and hits that one right into the gap in right center. We'll see if the catch can be made, and it is. 4 out, number 2 here in the top of the 7th. Dorn flies out to right field again. And that brings up pitcher number 28, Sean Bryant. Bryant has a base hit, reached on a fielder's choice, and popped out in the 5th inning. Those are his 3 at-bats. We'll have a meeting on the mound between Juneman and Noeck, as there's 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Runner at first, and it's Bryant up to bat for Mosinee. That one inside. Bryant ducks out of the way for ball 1. So 1-0 the count to Bryant. That one's fouled out of play over in right field territory. Evens up the count at 1-1. So runner at first and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Juneman and the Red Raiders trying not to allow Mosinee to stretch this lead out, as Bryant steps back into the batter's box. Bryant, the right-hander. Juneman checks the runner over at first. Juneman back, ready to go. Bryant back in the box, and Bryant pops that one up in to the infield, and it'll be caught for out number 3 here in the top of the 7th. So the Red Raiders will have one last shot to get back into this one in the bottom of the 7th, and we'll be right back after this.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 1, 2, 3 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 1, 2, 3 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
Valley Communities Credit Union wants you to know that buying a home has never been easier.
With mortgage rates as low as 2.49% APR, financing your home has never been more affordable.
With Valley Communities Credit Union, we have low closing costs, local servicing, and underwriting.
We will make it simple and secure from beginning to end. Call, click, or visit one of our 5 locations
And let our team show you why membership matters at VCCU.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the 7th, where Wisconsin Rapids will look to tie or take the lead here. The last chance for the Red Raiders. If they're not able to, I think Coach Galita of the Red Raiders might look back at this and look back into that 5th inning where they left 3 runners stranded they had bases loaded in the 5th inning. Bases loaded in the 5th inning with no outs, and then 3 straight outs for Wisconsin Rapids. You might look back at that as one where you're kind of kicking yourselves to the Red Raiders, but they'll get a shot here in the bottom of the 7th. And leading off for the Red Raiders, let's take a look here. is an out. It'll be out to start off. It was Ryan Suring leading off here in the 7th. So that'll be out number 1. 1 up and 1 down as Suring is out. There's Red Raiders right into the meat of their order here with a 2-3-4 lineup leading off here. And it'll be Caden Sengbush, the designated hitter. Batting at 3 up to bat now as pitch 1 is a ball to Sengbush. Sengbush has walked, popped out, and singled so far here tonight. 1-0 the count. Big swing, and that one's fouled back. 1-1 the count now to Sengbush. As quick discussion there from Mosinee, back and set to go. 1-1 the count, nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th for Wisconsin Rapids. And that one's low and outside in the dirt to Sengbush. 2-1 the count now to Sengbush. Again, Sean Bryant has been on the mound from start to finish here tonight for Mosinee. That one shot out into left field, and that'll fall. So a base hit out into left for Caden Sengbush, getting Wisconsin Rapids started here in the bottom of the 7th. And that will bring up shortstop Brennan Huber. Huber has grounded out twice and had a base hit back in the 5th inning as well. As he'll look to get one going here in the 7th. And a big swing and a miss there on pitch 1 for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Brennan Huber. Runner at first and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. As the 0-1 count to Huber. As Bryant checks the runner over at first. And back and ready to go here in the bottom of the 7th. And that one right down the middle as Huber watches that one fly by. And 0-2 the count now to Huber with a runner at first and 1 out. Mosinee up 5-2. And that one caught. So a nice play made over there in right field for out number 2. Here as Huber pops out to right. And that brings up first baseman Braden Lewis. Lewis has got a single, a ground out, and a pop out so far tonight. So 2 down with a runner at first for Lewis. First pitch is low for ball 1. That one's high for ball 2. 2-0 the count now to Braden Lewis. Runner at first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Last chance here for Lewis and the Red Raiders. As he shoots that one out into left field. Popped up and caught in left field. As that will do it. The Mosinee Indians take down the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders 5-2 here in Wisconsin Rapids. And with that, be sure to stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show coming up next here on Zaleski Sports. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this.
Well, the Grow Wisconsin Dairy Processing Grant is for really any dairy or up to $50,000 you can get for like improvements, help with like food safety aspects. It's actually you have to pay part of the service that you're getting, so you have to pay 20% of it. So we were actually granted $61.50, and so that's the 80%. So our project is at a little over $7,000. So that's showing them that we're doing something with their milk. We're not just taking it and turning it into cheese, sending it in the store, sending it to the customer, like everyone else does. Anything that we do in the plant with food safety is great for everyone. It's not just great for us. It's telling the customer that we make a good product. It's telling the farmer, our patrons, that we're doing good with their milk. And so that should really go to heart. That you're going to get a safe product coming out of here. It's cool to see that all the Hymans they really like to see their name out in the community, but especially for anything with children's groups. They sponsor a bike raffle every year, and they actually go and give it to the kid in the schools. I know that's a huge thing every year. But yeah, it's really cool to see their name out there. Seeing them a sponsor, we all got kids, we all were kids, so most likely something came out of here that we've done.
We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Letta, Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Welcome back, everybody, as it's time now for your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy has fresh cheese curds made daily. Be sure to head over to NasonvilleDairy.com. As the Mosinee Indians took down the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders 5-2 here in Friday night's matchup. So Mosinee improves to 8-4 overall, and Wisconsin Rapids drops to 4-10. Mosinee will take on Edgar on Monday, their next game in Mosinee. They'll play Edgar at home, and the next game for Wisconsin Rapids will be at Medford on Monday as well. And in tonight's game, we saw Mosinee put up 5 runs in the first 3 innings, none after that, but it was 1 run in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third for Mosinee, and Rapids put up 2 runs, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. And I'll remind you to stay tuned to the Zaleski Sports Facebook page. Tonight we'll have highlights from this game. We'll have interviews with head coach Adam Olson of Mosinee, as well as with our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game, Drake Grod, the shortstop for Mosinee. We'll have those interviews, so stay tuned to the Zaleski Sports Facebook page later tonight for those highlights and those interviews. As, again, one of the big storylines looking back on this game for Wisconsin Rapids, at least back in that, and really for Mosinee as well, obviously, back in the 5th inning, bases were loaded, no outs for Wisconsin Rapids, and Mosinee and pitcher Sean Bryant, who pitched the entire game today, a full game, full 7 innings for Mosinee, was able to get 3 straight outs, a pop out, a strikeout, and a ground out to seal the deal in that inning, and that was really a turning point that really sealed the deal for Mosinee and solidified this win for them here tonight. As this has been your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy has fresh cheese curds made daily. Be sure to head over to NasonvilleDairy.com. And there I'll thank everybody for joining us here tonight on this Friday night at Whitterfield on Zaleski Sports. My name is Cale